What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having an awesome anime day and welcome back. So, I just finished an anime that I didn't think I was actually going to be interested in. Um, and so to start out this video, I have a question. What do you guys know about isekai? Now, I know that you've probably heard the terms before, and I know that you've probably heard some terms. Some of those terms you probably know. You probably know that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Another one you might know is Mushoku Tensei, jobless reincarnation. Another one is I was reincarnated into another world as a vending machine. Maybe you even know Overlord. Maybe you also know, we cannot forget, last but certainly never least, Konosuba, God's blessing on this beautiful world, which I'm actually thinking about rewatching because season 3 is out, so it's only fair, right? Anyway, let's not bury the lead here. So normally I would try to stay away from isekai. Not because I don't like it, but just because I always like to broaden my horizons in anime and see what we get. But this isekai that I'm about to tell you about was recommended to me by a friend. And he told me about it, and honestly, it didn't sound appealing to me, and I'll tell you why. The name of this anime is called Re-Monster, and it just finished season 1, episode 12. It's a 12 episode anime, and it was probably pretty cool. And I was left wanting another season. But anyway, let me tell you why I wasn't interested at first. Because when I think of goblins, or when I think of this anime, I was thinking of something else. And I already kind of spoiled it, so let me just tell you. So the premise of Re-Monster is this. It is an isekai. Now, the thing about this isekai is he wasn't born in modern times and then he was reincarnated into a different world. No, he was reincarnated from another fantasy world and basically was reborn as a goblin. And as you go through the series, you progress through the series, it doesn't just do a whole thing of what Rimuru did of like, okay, I get a bunch of skills, I maybe build a civilization, and, I absorb a dragon and da-da-da-da-da. No. It still has your typical isekai tropes. However, this is where it's different. Yes, our main character is a goblin. However, he absorbs different powers and abilities and skills just simply by being a goblin. He eats them. And he grows stronger, and, he ultimately becomes an apostle lord in this world, which is like, I guess, the highest level you can reach. But we don't know. He might get more skills along the way, and he might upgrade. And then, of course, all of his friends and his tribe and everybody they bring into the civilization, they all level up too. Okay, so bear with me here. It's standard isekai tropes. But the reason why at first I wasn't interested in this was because when I think of goblins, I think of this one anime, maybe you've heard of it, Goblin Slayer. And in Goblin Slayer, the goblins are these kind of ugly monsters, and then I also thought of, when it came to goblins, I thought of the goblins that, speaking of Overlord, Ainz Ol Gown essentially summoned and charged with protecting a human village. But when I get into Overlord, we'll talk more about that later. But again, they were kind of like, kind of like ugly little guys and stuff. So when I was thinking of Remonster, I was thinking, okay, whatever, dude. My friend was telling me about this, and I'm like, whatever, dude. And really, too, I was getting tired of isekais just because it's like there's so many, and some of them have ridiculous names and ridiculous titles. I was just like, okay, this sounds dumb. And then I started to watch it, and I binged like the first 10 episodes. I literally binged the episodes that were already out, and I found myself really liking it. And the one thing that sets it apart, like I said, is yes, he still has, the where he absorbs stuff and he gets stronger and he gets powerful, and the classic isekai tropes. But the other thing is that it'll actually show you day 1 of when he was born as a goblin, day 2 he was born, what else did he do, day 3, day 4, and the last episode we end on day 127, and now he's, like I said, he's an apostle lord, he's got, da-da-da-da-da. It's awesome. So I really enjoyed it, and I really want a season 2 to see what happens next. At the end, it kind of did leave us on a cliffhanger, and I'm excited to see what else they can come up with for Remonster. And the other thing, too, is I can say, too, that when I was watching it, they didn't look like goblins to me. I'm not going to lie, they didn't. They said that they were goblins, but honestly, they look like, like aliens. I'm not even joking, guys. They look like aliens in the beginning because they were green. And I'm like, so are they goblins or are they little green men? I like, the only difference is they didn't have antenna on top of their heads going, take me to your leader, something like that. But all in all, this show is pretty cool. This show is fun. Little viewer discretion here advised. One big difference that you see that maybe is different from that time I got reincarnated as a slime and Overlord and everything else is you essentially see him protect human women. He was protecting these human women, and he ends up, viewer discretion advised for what I'm about to say. Sorry, YouTube, don't ding me. This is not safe for kids. Oh yeah, he bones him. Which is something that you don't see Rimuru do, because Rimuru has essentially 2 women that fight over his affection. You know who I'm talking about, Shion and Princess Shuna, and yet Rimuru doesn't, he doesn't indulge. He just like, and mind you, Rimuru has his own urges, but at the same time, he doesn't act. Whereas our main character in Remonster, who at first was known as Gaburo, then he was known as Oguro, thanks to his upgrades, and now because he's an apostle lord, now he's Apuro. But basically, he goes balls to the wall, okay? But it's cool, but it's a neat little story. It's awesome. Like I said, I can't wait for season 2, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But anyway, that's enough for me. Time to get out of here. You guys know what to do. Hit that like button, please share and subscribe. If you like what you heard, I thank you for listening. If you didn't like what you heard, well, hey, thanks for checking out the dojo. We appreciate it here. And also, leave a comment down below. Have you heard of Remonster? Have you watched it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments. Also, too, hit that notification bell so you know when I make another video, and I will see you guys next time. Remember, whatever you're doing today, go make it an anime day. And I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.